What's up, guys? It is Gershwin here with the Sound Alchemist, and we are bringing you another epic episode of
For the Greater
Waagh!
Spores got in his throat.
Yeah, I released spore. Oh no, I have to be killed in order to release spores.
And something died.
Can you imagine if I died and I released spores and then 1,000 Gershes would be running around? Because that's how orcs work.
Poor Earth.
I think 1,000 of me's would just mean that there would be 1,000 lore videos a day.
Can you guys keep up?
Probably not.
No.
You guys would get tired after that. Be like, unsubscribe right now. Let's start with the first question. Brayton Petite. I challenge you to do a 40 facts on the Alpha Legions. Have you been commenting this every single video? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes. Not next week. Not the week after that. But maybe after that. Next question's from
Blood Angels Marine. Could you do Warhammer Fantasy 40 fact videos? And what is your favorite Warhammer Fantasy armies? His happened to be the Vampire Counts and the Skaven.
I tried learning the lore of Warhammer, but because I'm not immersed in Warhammer like I am in 40k, it's a little more difficult. But we'll look into it as the channel progresses and it continues to grow. If you want to help it grow, share the 40k videos with your friends and yeah, it'll grow. Mm-hmm. As far as Warhammer Fantasy armies, what's yours aesthetically? Because we don't play.
I think they're called the Elves, the Eldars, whatever.
Which one though? Because I think they have the High Elves and then they have the Wood Elves.
The High Elves.
The High Elves.
The ones with the armor and whatnot. Because they remind me of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I would have to say that it's between the Skaven, love the Skaven, and the ogres, maybe. Not the orcs, but the other ones that look kind of like
Beastmen.
No, not beastmen. They're like ogres, and they're like big, huge, fat, muscular dudes. I don't know. They just look cool to me. But yeah, those. Skepsis Rollins says, dude, I'm really bad with names. 40k facts on Night Lords or the Siege of Terra. Already out. The Horse Heresy is done. And yeah, this video is gonna be up by the time that.
Because technically, as of right now, there's one more installment to the Horse Heresy.
As of now, but yeah, when we post this, it's already going to be out there. And on top of that, there's a giveaway going on, so go check that out. Mm-hmm. Next question.
No, says Captain Keeley. Malice is amazing. You shut your dirty mouth. The Laughing God is a pussy.
No, the Laughing God would smile at you. Wait until you turn around. Oh, wait, that's a different God. The Laughing God is not a pussy. Don't mess with a god that actually exists and was not retconned. Boom! Next question. Chandler, Dreadboy Gaming, Long. D&D Warhammer 40k, there's also Black Crusade and Black Watch. Black Crusade's about you being a Chaos Servant and a Black Watch. And Black Watch is self-explanatory. You're in the Black Watch.
Mm-hmm. Nadav Banks says, so I talked to my friend a bit, and we ended up talking about a thing I heard from the Vaults of Terra about...
What'd you hear from them?
He said something during maybe the second war or third war of Armageddon, where apparently the bodies of Celestial Lion Space Marines had burns left by long-last sniper rifles used by the Imperial snipers. What do you think?
I think it's the Imperium. I've said it once and I'll say it again. The Imperium is shady as fuck. Mm-hmm. And the Grey Knights themselves as well. Because you got to remember, the Grey Knights were in Armageddon, but people don't talk about it. So
because they were trying to shut them up. But like I said, the Space Wolves were fighting against them.
So what I'm trying to say is Inquisition.
Yeah, the Inquisition.
Shady.
Yeah.
Next question from Biggest Dickus. Eastern European names kick ass. Roland Sanislo. Cool. Next question.
The French say 40 facts on the White Scars before and during the heresy.
Damn, you're asking for too much. Alright, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Bigoon Big. Stop looking at your mobile phones during podcasts, you assholes.
How can we answer the questions
Yeah,
then?
dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
LTLM. What army would you say is the most plausible army to exist in real life with the exception of the Imperium of Man? That's actually pretty good.
Tyranids. Because I actually do believe that there would be a
Synapse, hive mind.
type of, because they're ants basically, and it already exists on Earth. Tau, because Tau are basically humans, they just look different. Pretty much anything that doesn't use magic.
So no orcs, because they Gork and work.
No, not really, because like I believe that there would be an extremely aggressive alien race out in the world, because if you think about it, if you look at our history is based around war. Like if you go into a history class, half the time you're jumping like from the War of 1812 to the Civil War to like you're always looking at war, so it's the aggressive side of things. So I do think that there would be a alien race that just is built up around imperialism and like conquering and aggressive and stuff like that, but not magic. What do you think?
It makes sense, but I mean, who's to say that science isn't just like the beginnings of magic?
Science, says science. Yeah, I guess maybe. The Turbinator says, did I say it right? Yeah. I like how you guys did a video on Space Wolf's weapons lore. I really think that you should do a video on the weapons of the Dark Angels, because they have way more ancient weapons compared to any other chapter. Each Dark Angel and successor chapter master is given a special sword. The Dark Angels also have a full company of Terminators, something that all the other chapters struggle with. For the Dark Angels, there is so much weapon lore you can go into. Anyways, love your work. Keep it up. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I like the robes and everything. They always look cool. I even started a Dark Angels army.
You started a Dark Angels army?
Yeah, I bought a bunch of Terminators, and I'm like, this is too elite. I cannot take on Gersh's hordes, and I sold them before you even knew about it.
See, that's your problem. You just sell your stuff before you can even test it out on the battlefield. But yeah, so he's in charge. So if he said yeah,
I'll do it.
Respite Dennis.
Can the Flayed One's virus infect Necron Lords? And do you think it might be infecting them with the mind of a Nid?
The mind of a Nid, no, probably not, because
it's all like connected to Synapse and the hive mind.
Right.
So that'd be like saying like all the Flayed Ones are controlled by the hive mind, which. No.
And then is the Flayed One's virus infect Necron Lord? Could it infect a Necron Lord? I don't see why not. I need to do more research on the virus itself, but yeah, I don't see why not. That'd be a really good like alternative story to a Necron Lord. So John ID, ha 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 ha. Damn, I love you guys. Craft World Eldar all the way. Oh, this is the sex comment. Who LOLs? But that's Space Marine though. LOL. Anyways, if y'all could have any weapons from Warhammer 40k, what would it be? Keep it up, bros. Thank you, man. Your question was really fun to answer, so thank you. And this is another really good question to answer. You go first.
If it was a ranged weapon, I'd want to get to the plasma cannon, because it's always fun to shoot things with plasma, especially knowing that you have 1/6 of a chance of it blowing up in your hands. And ranged weapon, close combat weapons would be lightning claws.
They're unwieldy though, aren't they? Or is that just the power claw?
No, because they go at initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For me, the logical thing would be the digital weapons, because they can turn into anything. But at the same time, I would love to have a Centurion spacesuit or armors. So like, yeah, that'd be awesome. To go into work with like a big old like mech to sit down at my desk.
You go down like 3 floors.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I go to eat my lunch. I have that that fist that spins, like just destroy my lunch that way. I don't even eat it. Next question from Robert Careless.
Yeah.
Good job on the channel. Is your I'm guessing, what is your favorite codex and why? And remember, walk swiftly and carry a big gun. Okay, Theodore Roosevelt. Was it Theodore Roosevelt?
I think it was.
Okay. Anyways, favorite chapter codex? I mean, I only know the Space Marine or the Space Wolf codex. I haven't looked at the Blood Angels, and I have not looked at the what was the other one? Dark Angels. There's another one, isn't there? Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Blood Angels.
Oh, no, the Ultramarines isn't.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, so I've only seen the regular Space Marine Codex and the Space Wolf Codex. So out of the two, I really like the Space Marine, just regular Space Marine Codex.
I'd have to say Space Wolves, because I like the whole lore aspect of it.
Yeah, next question from
Gurgly Farkas. Hey guys, greetings from Hungary.
What's up?
Your videos are awesome. Thank you for the infos. And what is your opinion about Battlefleet Gothic?
It's coming out next week, I believe. Have you seen it?
I have not.
So it's like basically ship-to-ship battles. It looks the game looks interesting. Never played the game, the like tabletop game from before. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll ever get into. Wow, who knows? I need to learn more about the rules in order to play for me to have an opinion on it. But as far as the game looks cool. Am I gonna play it? Probably not. Valentine Schmidt, what on the thumbnail? What's the thumbnail?
Those are robots. Squats.
They're squat robots. You can get them at Cool Minis or Cool Minis.
Cool Mini. Kim Jong-un. So he says, "Thanks for the replies. You guys are awesome. I'm always confused about why don't the Chaos Gods just destroy the universe instead of manipulating the Imperium and all the other races to fight each other? Are they just doing this for fun? Or is it that they don't have the power to do so?"
I believe that they don't have the organizational power to do so. What do you think?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like they're always trying to one-up each other. Yeah. So, I mean...
Yeah, I agree. So I think there's way too much turmoil within the gods themselves, where they would fight each other, and it doesn't work out for them because they're so competitive against each other. And at the end of the day, you should know that like if there's too many cooks in the kitchen, nothing's gonna get baked. And that's how you make flans, everybody. I lost my place, so who's next?
Joshua Gillane. He says, "Please do a video about Karn, the Betrayer." We'll get to him.
Okay. YOLO Swag. Did the Emperor have a wife? Love interests? Not that I've read in the fluff. Skepsis Rolla says he had tons of descendants called Sensei, I think. Sensei. As far as I know, that's all that's touched upon based on his love life. And then Cygnus Sapitia says, but all this is pre-3rd edition, so most likely not in the codex anymore. There you go. Yep. Next question.
TA24U. I think you're talking about the Necron World Engine. Great video.
That's what it was, the World Engine. Yeah. That's from the, just watch the other video to explain. Yeah. But those were our questions for this week. Please comment down below any questions that you guys would like us to answer. My man, what's his name? John ID. You set a standard, so you gotta comment something good next time. Right. But thank you guys so much for the awesome questions. This was Gershwin,
Sound Alchemist, and we are out of here.